What's a sign that someone is a strong person? My dad was a single father, and when I was 14, I got into a bad accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. I was devastated, and my dad was heartbroken. He stayed with me in the hospital for weeks, and I remember waking up in the middle of the night to see him crying. I pretended to be asleep, but it broke my heart. He was the strongest man I knew, and I had never seen him cry before. When I was finally able to go home, I felt like my life was over. I couldn't do anything on my own, and I hated myself for it. I would get frustrated and take it out on my dad, telling him I wished he wasn't my father. He never got mad at me and would just leave the room. I would hear him crying in his bedroom, and it made me feel even worse. One day I was having a particularly bad day and was yelling at him. I told him I wished he had died instead of Mom, and he just looked at me and left the room. I immediately regretted it and went to apologize. I found him sitting on his bed crying. I told him I was sorry, and he hugged me, telling me it was okay. I broke down and told him I hated myself for being like this, and he told me he would do anything to take my place. He spent the next few weeks helping me get better, and eventually I was able to walk again with the help of crutches. I realized how much he had done for me and how much I had taken him for granted. I apologized for everything I had said, and he forgave me. I love you, Dad.